Welcome back to the Redonkulous Gaming channel. You've got Redonk, and today we've got a pretty unique interview for you, something that may not be on your radar whatsoever. The game is Unleashed, and it's an RPG. Before we get too far into today's content, please make sure you subscribe to our channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and most of all, visit www.redonkulousgaming.com for all the latest indie gaming news. RPGs today all follow a similar pattern, and generally speaking, gamers know what to expect when they opt into purchasing and playing an RPG. However, RPGs have evolved over the years, and new sandbox components such as gathering, crafting, building have become the new norm. Thanks to the success of games such as Minecraft and Portal Knights, sandbox capabilities are commonly thrown into a game with a leveling component. Other RPGs such as the Final Fantasy saga are more story-driven, and our love for those games stems from our connection to the characters. You also have games such as Pokemon that come in all colors of the rainbow that follow a story but give you open-world exploration with the ability to level and customize your pets to your liking. But what if there was an RPG that combined all of these elements? Enter Unleashed. We spoke to Florent, who is the lead on the Unleashed project that is currently slated for release in summer of 2018. Florent grew up on games like Final Fantasy and Pokemon. Over the years, he observed that while he grew up with Pokemon, the game didn't necessarily grow up with him. Despite the fact that Pokemon and similar games have thrived over the years, they never quite evolved enough to maintain an older audience outside of nostalgia. Florent then made it his mission to assemble a team to create a new RPG that was darker and more mature to appeal to a wider audience. He combined this idea with all the features gamers love in RPGs: leveling, combat, deep story, farming, crafting, building, and went to work on Unleashed. Because Florent knew he wanted to make a darker and more mature RPG, he started by listing out core game mechanics that he wanted to include, and then went to work on the underlying theme. The puzzle that he had to solve was what could be innovative, attractive, and dark enough to appeal to gamers today. The answer? Sins versus virtues. Instead of reusing and repurposing traditional elements such as fire, ice, lightning, so on and so forth, Unleashed opted for a whole new genre, using the 7 primordial sins and virtues. It took the team roughly 2 months to implement the ideas around the theme and the core mechanics. Once this was done, the efforts were put into trying to find the right artists who were willing to take this on as a passion project, since they're really not operating under any studio banner. Once the talent was identified, the team went to work for the next 6 months. Officially, the project was born in February of 2017. The team finally has the game fully functioning with mechanics. So what does the story for Unleashed look like? Well, a powerful curse has been cast across the world. It changed the people, who became the expression of their primordial sin. It resulted in impulsive actions led by their burning desire. Everyone's souls got broken into 10 parts, each one being represented either by a sin or a virtue that could be summoned in the form of a creature. When someone dies, the fragments of their souls are set free, and creatures are unleashed into the wilderness. A while after the curse was unleashed, a religious order called the Devoted was created. Its initial goal, at first unclear, was to take advantage of the curse to control people's obscured mind. They wanted to convince the people that the curse was a blessing, freeing humans from their darkness. However, some people weren't affected by the spell, thus they could not be manipulated, and it raised questions that the Devoted did not want to answer. They decided to deject their power by calling those who weren't affected by the curse the Rejected, as if they did not receive the gift of the blessing like everyone else. The story revolves around a girl named Mercy, a Rejected. She lost her father before the curse was cast, and she has been living with her mother and brother ever since. One day, her mother is kidnapped, leaving Mercy and her brother Leo without parents. Suspicious about the Devoted, Mercy tries to find her mother and discover what the Devoted are really up to. Combat in Unleashed will feature semi-turn-based combat with creatures representing 10 soul fragments of sin or virtue. Any character can hold up to 10 creatures at a time, but no more than 3 creatures can be summoned at once. Once all of the creatures have been defeated, the character themselves must actually fight for their lives. Each creature will have 6 different actions available, which will have different types that will range across the 7 sins and virtues. Each sin will be more efficient against a specific virtue, and vice versa. Virtues are not going to be very efficient against other virtues, and the same concept holds true for sins in that sins will not be extremely effective against other sins. Because the combat will be semi-turn based, creatures will have cooldowns imposed before they can act. However, cooldowns can be changed and manipulated in a variety of different ways. Unleashed sounds like an incredibly cool up-and-coming RPG that is slated for release in the summer of 2018 on Steam. Be sure to check back to this channel and our website to follow up on the development of this project. You can also visit Unleashed Facebook and Twitter pages, which are listed in the description below. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you toss us a like on Facebook, follow us on Twitter @RedonKGaming, visit our website at www.redonkulousgaming.com, but most of all, subscribe to our channel for more content like this.